Hey guys, and welcome to another episode. We hit 50,000 subscribers, and I could not be any happier. 50,000, I never thought this would actually happen. 50000. Guys, we did it. We did it. And you know what that means? I need to put up more car videos for you. Now, as promised, every time that I double my subscribers, I do a giveaway. So now we're at 50,000, and when I hit 100,000, guess what's happening there? Yeah, another giveaway. Yeah. So today's giveaway is one jack. It's a 3-ton aluminum low-profile jack, and it's the exact same one that I have. One lucky subscriber is going to be getting that, and he's also going to be getting 2 sets of 2 3-ton aluminum jack stands. They're big red, they're the exact same ones that I have, and I could not be happier. So because they're so good and I love them so much, I decided I'm going to do a giveaway and give it to one lucky subscriber. So I'm actually going to go ahead and continue with this. For the giveaway, I'm going to do the giveaway at the end of this video. Just like all my other subscriber videos and everything, whenever I hit a certain amount, I do a Q&A. So, in my recent video, I asked you guys, in the comments, throw down a bunch of questions, and I'll answer them for you. So, let's start off with the most asked question that I have on my channel. Okay, you guys ready for it? You're probably not going to guess it, but I got it right here. Ready? Why do I wear driving gloves? You guys, I'm not gonna lie, you've commented on it a lot. You guys have chirped me a lot on it. Some of you guys have actually been pretty good about it and actually understand why I use them. But if you guys haven't ever used driving gloves, I strongly suggest using them, trying them out. If you guys drive your car somewhat spirited or you like driving, definitely throw some on and see how you like it. These things, they're not only gonna make driving more comfortable. If your hands get sweaty, you're not gonna be transferring that sweat into the steering wheel. And if you have a nice steering wheel like mine, you wanna take care of it. Not only that, but the biggest reason why I use it is for added grip. If you have both hands on here and you've got your leather gloves holding onto the leather steering wheel, you're gonna get a lot more grip than just your regular hands. So, that's why I use them. Question number 2, what track do you go to? Well, there's a couple tracks in my area that are kind of close. Like the one that I go to and the one that I'm actually going to tomorrow night is called TMP. It's Toronto Motorsport Park or something like that, and it's in Cayuga. It's not actually quite in Toronto, but it's close by, and that's where I'm going. They have a drag section there, they have a circuit section there, and you can do whatever you want. Now what I'm going to is an open track day, and you can bring any car that you want, whether it be a race car or a minivan or whatever. You bring your car there, you take your car to the track, and you have some fun. Now that's what I'm going to be going to, and there's also another event, CSCS, also at TMP this Sunday that I'm going to be going to. And you can bring any car you want there, drive up there, you can either spectate or you can even participate. So there are multiple different classes of vehicles that you can, join in and compete in, from an unlimited section to a street section to anything in between. So if you have a regular car, you can go there. If you have a race car, you can go there. And you can push it and you can have some fun. Now, in my other videos where I installed my Brembo brakes on the car, you guys have asked me, what is brake fade? And why did I upgrade to these brakes? Well, brake fade is when you go to the track or, anywhere for that matter, and you push the car. When you get too much heat into the brakes, you're actually gonna be losing performance. So because they get so hot, when you press the brake pedal, you're not actually gonna get a good, solid pedal feel. What's gonna happen is you're gonna put your foot down on the brakes, you're gonna expect some brake pedal feedback, but your pedal goes right to the floor. That's brake fade. So the more you drive and the hotter the brakes get, the worse they perform. So that's why if you upgrade to a larger caliper, rotor, and everything, your brakes are gonna be a lot better and they're gonna resist brake fade much more. Another question is, what type of mods would you do to your car if you just bought it and you're on a budget? Well, there are a whole bunch of mods that you can do to your car, as you guys know. My top 3 would be sway bars, lowering springs, and window tint. Those 3 are gonna make a huge difference on the way the car looks and the way it handles. As you guys know, lowering springs are gonna lower the car a little bit, it's gonna make it look better, and it's gonna make it handle a little bit better as well. Window tint, all that it's gonna be doing is blackening out the windows, and it's gonna make the car look complete. Now last but not least, sway bars. Now sway bars is not a visual mod by any means, but if you have aftermarket larger sway bars on your car, the car is going to handle a lot better and you're not going to have as much body roll from left to right. So say if you're on a track and you really turn the steering wheel right, the car is not going to lean and then turn and change direction. It's just going to be very immediate, and it's going to turn around the entire thing. Another asked question is a junkyard a good place to find car parts? The answer is absolutely. Usually car parts are expensive, and if you go to a junkyard, more often than not, the parts are rather cheap to pick up. So if you guys can, if there's a part that you need, say it be a door panel or whatever, or an axle, you know, go check out the scrapyard, go see what they have. Now I've got a friend, and he's a big guy, and he went in my passenger seat, and because he's so big, he actually broke the little hinge down here that keeps the back, you know, sturdy and straight up. So I've actually got to replace it, and I went to the dealer to see what they wanted to replace. Just the passenger seat, you know, no driver's seat, no nothing. I'd be keeping the slider rails and all that stuff. You want to know how much they asked for? They wanted almost $2,000 to change over the seat. Now I can go to a Wreckers and probably pick one up for less than half that, if not even less. So that's my game plan. Now I also picked up car parts from the scrapyard for the Golf. I picked up new fenders and a new hatch, and they came out to less than 200 bucks. You go to the dealer for even just one fender, and you're gonna be spending more than that. Now, obviously you're gonna find good parts there, and of course you're gonna find crap parts there. Hence why it's called the junkyard. So I mean, it's a hit and miss, but if you give these guys a call, you know, you never know, you might find some pretty cool stuff there. Another question is, what's the game plan with the Golf? So right now, the Golf is not mine anymore. It's my little brother's. So he's been driving it, and he loves the thing. Now, I did a couple more DIYs on it recently, but I haven't uploaded them yet. But if you guys are following me on Instagram, you'll know exactly what they are, and they're sweet. I actually can't wait to put out the video. But because I've been doing so many mods and everything on my car, I kind of wanted to push that out because, you know, put a little diversity in the channel. I've been doing a lot of Golf videos, so I want to try and bring back the Accord into it. So that's happening. The Golf right now, as of right now, you guys don't know of this yet, but as of right now, I did a couple things, and there's a couple more aftermarket things I want to do to it, and a couple more things I need to fix on it. But as it stands, it's not mine, it's my little brother's, and this, Leanne, is my car that I'm driving. Another asked question is, when are you going to be doing a garage tour? Whenever I have time. Honestly, I've got a lot of DIYs that are coming out, and I want to get those out, but as soon as I'm done making those, and the Accord is, you know, kind of done-ish, I'll definitely do a garage tour, show you guys what I have in my garage, show you guys what I have in my toolboxes, and go from there. Now, with that being said, I'm also going to be coming out with other videos, so like say the top 5 tools you should have, or you know, tools that every starter mechanic needs, or stuff like along those lines. So if you guys want to see those videos, let me know in the comment section, and I'll definitely try to push those out sooner than later. What is your dream car? I've got a lot of dream cars, but there's one that I know that I want so bad. Now, realistically, I'm probably not gonna own it, only because this specific car is very rare, and well, some guy owns it, and it's a lot of money. There is one Koenigsegg, an Agera, that was made in a candy apple red, and this car is the chassis number 80. It's the 80th Koenigsegg that Koenigsegg has ever made, and it's aftermarket. Now, as you guys know, or actually, if you guys know, the Koenigsegg cars are stupid fast. They're stupid fast, they're stupid expensive, and they're amazing. And the one that I want is number 80. But because they're so fast, they're very expensive. And the one that I want, the owner got it from Koenigsegg and decided, you know what? The 1100 horsepower or whatever it's making isn't enough. I need more than that. So the guy who owned it upgraded the turbos on it, and it's making close to 1500 horsepower. I want that one. I'll put a little picture in the car right here. It looks fantastic. The wheels that are on it, the color setup on it looks perfect, and I love that car. That is my dream car. Another question that I get often is, where did I learn all this stuff about cars? Well, I'm not gonna lie, I did go to school to be a mechanic, and I did a 1-year program where I did learn quite a bit. But I didn't learn what I know now, all because of that, or even most of it because of that. Most of the stuff that I learn is by doing it, or by searching up on YouTube. Now, most of the stuff that I started off doing was just small stuff. So say brakes, windshield wipers, oil changes, rotating your tires, simple stuff. And from there, I built up my knowledge. And after I got the basics down, I went ahead and I was like, you know what? I want to learn a little bit more. So I went to school for it, and I did 1 year at Niagara College. It was a automotive service technician program. That was the program that I did, and I loved it. I learned quite a bit, but I didn't get that much experience there. I'm doing, with the stuff that I'm doing right now, I'm learning a lot more. So I'm not gonna lie, even to this day, there's still lots of car stuff that I don't know, but every day that I work on cars, or every day that something goes wrong with the car, I learn from it. When did I start making YouTube videos, and what inspired me to do it? Well, it actually kind of started off a while ago, where when I got this car, the first modification that I did to the car was I installed hella supertone horns on my car. Now, they're a lot louder and they're a lot better than the OEM ones that came on the car. And since then, you know, I just wanted to put more videos out. I was a part of a forum, and actually still am to this day, called Drive Accord, and our 8th gens. And on there, it's just Honda Accords. And the guys on there are fantastic. Props to every single one of you guys that's watching right now, because I love you guys. Some of the stuff you guys put out, some of the ideas you do, some of the stuff that you do to your car is fantastic. And it really even gives me ideas for stuff that I want to do to my car. And my videos started off from there. I was, you know, showing these guys, hey, check out what I did to my car. And, you know, since then, I was just, you know, I know how to do this stuff. Why not make a video about it? So that's kind of how my YouTube channel started to grow and get big, and now we're at 50,000. Like, who knows where it's going to be anytime soon, but again, that's how I started. And if you guys want to get started in this stuff, by all means do it. It's a fantastic thing to do. You're working on your own time, you're your own boss, and you get to do whatever you want. Like tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing. The day after that, I don't know what I'm doing. But the thing is, I'm always in the garage. There's always a car part that needs to be fixed. There's always something I can do, and you just go from there. I always have content only because cars break. Cars break, they can get better, and it just goes from there. But if you guys have a channel, if you guys have an idea that you want, that you have, by all means, do it. Don't let anyone say that you can't. YouTube is a fantastic community, and there's only options going up. Like, think of it this way. Right now, if you guys put out a video, you're not gonna make money on it. Well, depending on how popular it is. But the more you do it, the more people you get, the more subscribers you get, the more money you're gonna make. And it's definitely something that you guys can do as a career. Like, there are people like Mighty Car Mods, PewDiePie, General Rebels, a whole bunch of other people that are just making lots of money from only YouTube. This is their income. And it's the exact same thing that I'm doing. I've been doing YouTube for the last little bit, and this has been my job. I've been doing YouTube Monday to Friday, and it's been keeping me busy. Another question is, what do you think of BMW? I like BMW a lot. Honestly, I've got a friend that is a BMW fanatic. His name is Dino. And he had a 325 Ci, you know, a two-door coupe BMW E46. Loved the car. Loved it so much that he actually just recently bought an E92 M3. And the guy absolutely loves them. He took me for a spin in them, in both of them. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty solid cars, but the only thing that's kind of deterring me from it is the maintenance. Because the parts are rather hard to come by, no, I should rephrase that. Because the parts are rather expensive to get, you know, any kind of mod that you do is more expensive, you know, especially if you're going to the dealer to get stuff done. So that's why I stick to, you know, easy stuff like Japanese cars. My Honda is perfect. I love it. I haven't had any mechanical problems go on me, you know, other than brakes, tires, and simple stuff like that. I haven't had any issues with my car. Now, obviously, there are upgraded things that you can do to your car, like bigger brakes, sway bars, wheels and tires, you know, anything. Because there's stuff like that, obviously, there's performance things that you can do to your car. But I mean, BMW is a very good platform, and there's lots of modifications that you could do to them. If I were to get one, I would probably look into a BMW 335i, an E92. And the reason being is because it's a 6-cylinder and it's twin turbocharged. If you just do a couple modifications to it, like downpipes, larger turbos, and an ECU tune, you're gonna be able to get a lot more power and even beat the M3. Now, the M3 of that year came with a V8, and the 335, after you do, you know, not even that much performance stuff to it, you're gonna easily be able to walk it in the park. Another question I got was, are you gonna turbo or forced induction your car? Yes. Yes. I've been actually looking into a supercharger kit for my car, and before I do that, there's one other modification that I want to do. I want to find a 6-speed limited slip differential transmission that I want to throw in my car, and only at that point will I put boost in it, because right now it's a 5-speed, no LSD, and it's got an open diff, which means that even if I just try and drop the clutch, I'm only gonna have one wheel that's spinning as opposed to two. And that actually is gonna make a huge difference on performance, lap times, you know, everything. But yes, I am going to boost the car. The question is when, I don't know, but I definitely will be doing it. Another question I got was, which YouTubers do you like watching? Now, there are a ton of YouTubers out there, and the one YouTube channel that I actually watch on the daily is FastlaneDaily.com. Those guys, Derek D, Erica, you know, all of them, they're all fantastic. I love watching their videos, and the thing is, they always keep it spicy. It's always, you know, new stuff every single day. And Derek, props to you, buddy. You know, good job. I love watching it. Erica, you're doing a great job. AK, you too. All the guys in the background that you don't even see, thumbs up. But since I actually got more into YouTube, I haven't been watching that many videos as much as I used to. I used to watch videos all the time, but now that I'm actually putting them out and making the YouTube videos, I haven't had the time to go on there and just watch a whole bunch of videos. So, yeah. And then finally, my last question I'm gonna be answering is, what are the 5 best mods that I think you should do to your car? I think that before you do anything to your car, if you're gonna be keeping it and you're gonna be doing, you know, lots of aftermarket stuff for it, security system. That was the second thing that I did to my car after tint. So I did tint, security system, and then from there I started doing, you know, more stuff. So I know that the car was safe, and only at that point was it then that I actually put more money into the car. But after that, brakes, tires, suspension. Don't worry about engine, don't worry about tranny or anything yet. If you upgrade those 3 areas, your car is gonna handle so much better. Now, every single car has a decent amount of horsepower. It doesn't matter if it's got 100 horsepower or 500 horsepower. If you can't get that power to the wheels and you can't control it, what's the point of putting more horsepower into it? You know, other than say a muscle car in a straight line, why would you want to put more horsepower into it if you can't even make a right turn or a left turn or anything? You can't stop. So that's what I would suggest. Braking and handling, if you ask me, are the most important parts of a car. They make the car handle completely different, it makes it safer, and it just makes the car an all-around better car. So on a budget, I would say better rotors, better pads, definitely, sway bars, lowering springs, and if you can afford it, wheels and tires. But you don't even need to do wheels and tires. Even if you just get better sticky tires, you're gonna be in the clear. Braking time is gonna go down, stopping distance going down, acceleration is going up, and everything is gonna be better and improved. Now, last but not least, the winner for the jack and the 4 jack stands is going to one random lucky subscriber. Now, I had a ton of comments on that video entering into this subscription, entering into this competition. And there were over 1,000 comments. I went through every single one of them, found the names for every single one of them. If you put in 2 entries, I only marked down 1. But I put it in a random organizer app that I have on my phone, and I went through it, and I was able to find 1 winner. So I plugged it all in, and then it picked one of them. Now, who is it? Drum roll, please! The subscriber winner for the 50,000K giveaway is Eric Cornwall. Congratulations, buddy. If you send me an email at milanmastrossi.com, we can arrange the shipping stuff and all that stuff, and we'll go from there. Guys, I couldn't thank you enough for being a part of this channel, subscribing, and being, you know, what I am today. I wouldn't be here without you guys. Again, thanks again. I'm curious as to when I'm gonna hit 100,000. I think it's gonna be a lot sooner than later. But in the meantime, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Another question I got was,